Yahweh shall scatter thee among all people, from the one end of the earth even unto the other.
Now let me give you some context here. What this is talking about is, right now Israel is getting a blessing and a curse. Okay? So what God is basically doing is he's saying, all right, I'm making a pact with you, a covenant. I'm making a deal with you, right? If you guys worship me, keep my laws, my statutes, my commandments, you will never want for nothing. You're gonna rule over the world. You're gonna have everything you could ever want.
Well, you guys have a card or something? You guys come out here?
Yeah, we just this brother, he comes out here.
Just YouTube GMS.
If you
Great Millstone.
If you got paper and stuff, we can write down. I could write down some channels for you and stuff.
So you guys have YouTube channels?
Yeah.
Okay. Put it on my notes because I don't think I have to write it down.
Do you got to go right now?
Yeah, a bit because it's a bit early. I just started my day.
Hey, you know where I was going.
You can fill out just everything, any information stuff. I think I've seen
someone get Deuteronomy 28 and 14.
Yeah.
You know, just to go into what we were talking about. You know, dealing with these curses and what will happen if we disobey the law, statutes, commandments of the Heavenly Father and His Son.
There's Deuteronomy 28 and 14, and thou shalt not go aside from any of the words which I command thee this day, to the right hand or to the left, to go after other gods to serve them.
Yeah, so all you got to do is read the verses prior to that verse, and you have the understanding of what is being said. Matter of fact,
Deuteronomy 28 and 14, and thou shalt not go aside from any of the words which I command thee this day, to the right hand or to the left, to go after other gods to serve them. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord Yahweh thy power, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
Yeah, so that's why our people went into slavery.
the fight for salvation.
Our people went into slavery. To this day, our people are in the ghetto, suffering poverty, man.
I'm trying to think.
Because our people were sacrificing to other gods, man. Our people are eating abominable foods, man. I was just looking up what Asher's doing, the Peruvians. People of Peru. Okay, Colombia. They're out there eating fucking squirrels and stuff, man. As a delicacy. Which the Bible gives you dietary laws. It gives you laws of what to eat and what you can't eat. That's another reason why our people are dying. Different viruses. Alright, because of them not keeping the law, statute, commandments of Yahweh. Right?
These are the same people.
Sacrificing other gods, like I said. Being homosexuals, man. That's why our people are so jacked up, man.
But the main thing,
because they went astray from Yahweh.
Cursed shalt thou be in the city, and cursed shalt thou be in the field.
Yeah, you got Jakes that are in the land of Israel right now, in the city. But they cursed, man. They can't keep the law, statute, commandments there. The way that they should be. They ain't got a whole nation of Israelites out there going out there condemning Esau. No, man. They out there suffering major curses, man. This curse shall thou be in the city.
Y'all have a good one. Thank you.
All right, get your bro, shalom. The curse shall thou be in the field. All right, wherever our people go in the earth, they're under curses, man. All right, Judah. All the way down to Israel. Suffering curses, man. Because they disobey Yahweh. Because you choose not to keep the law, statutes, commandments to the best of your ability. Okay, that's why you're going through these conditions. Like that Jake that came up earlier. Here it is, he was hearing the word, asked for some change. Well, he's an Israelite, so we show some compassion. But that's all Jake's worried about is what's going on in this present world. Jake's worried about what they can
No, I was going to say, remember he was talking about they only here for the fish?
Yeah, man. And that's our Lord, Yahweh Shai said himself. He said, you didn't come over here because you wanted to hear the word. You didn't come over here so you could be saved. You came over here because you just wanted a free meal. You just came because you seen a crowd come. All right, and that's how the majority of our people are. Okay. The majority of Israelites are not sincere about this truth. All right. There's 144,000 prophets, and there's a 1/3 that's going to be saved. The majority of Jake that know that the Israelites are bugouts, man. They walk around town with t-shirts and fringes on. Meanwhile, they're committing adultery. Meanwhile, they're eating abominable foods. Meanwhile, they're breaking the laws and such commandments. You got a lot of them that don't even grow a beard. You got Jakes out there that know they're Israelites, but they will happily commit adultery. They will happily eat some pork. Remember, like that nigga House over there in Turlock.
Yeah.
He knows he's an Israelite.
He'll fight with you over there.
Oh man.
You try and tell him you shouldn't eat pork, he'll fight you over there.
Yeah. And he'll tell you straight up. He knows it's in the scriptures. You know, try to use the scriptures to
justify it.
To justify that he wanted. No, man. You do not understand what that scripture is talking about.
Cursed shall be the fruit of thy body, and the fruit of thy land, the increase of thy kind, and the flocks of thy sheep. Cursed shalt thou be when thou comest in, and cursed shalt thou be when thou goest out. The Lord Yahweh shall send upon thee cursing, vexation, and rebuke, in all that thou settest thine hand unto or to do.
That's why Jake don't understand why things don't go the way go according to plan. You know, they open business, they foreclose on. You got a woman, she's all bad. Why? Because you don't choose to put Yahweh Bashem Yahushua first.
Yeah, what does the scriptures say? The scriptures say, look not upon a woman for her beauty, right? And then, but society, right, Jake tells you gotta get the baddest, you know what I mean, the ratchet one, the trap queen, you know what I'm saying? And she's all bad. You know what I'm saying? She's walking around with holes all through her pants and her belly showing, and she's calling you the N-word, bro. You need to run the fuck away from that, bro. That's bad news. Find you one of these like humble Python. But I just wanted to bring that out because you said you go with a woman and it's all bad. You know, the scriptures give you wisdom on how to choose a woman. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And it says, you know, that, you know, whatever you set your hand to, you're pretty much for. You know.
But she's still gonna be bad. It's just at least she ain't gonna be that bad.
Yeah, living here in Babylon, you gotta count your blessings, man. Whatever the Lord gives you, you should take it. Exactly. But if it's something that's too bad, you gotta figure it out.
Anything is just trying to get the lesser of two evils, man. Trying to find someone with some morals, man.
It is the lesser of two evils.
And because what these individuals in the manosphere say is pretty much what you should look for, man, when you're dealing with a woman, man. You don't want a bitch that's all tied into social media, or you only want a woman that has an alter ego or a personality. Like they call themselves Jenny, but their alter ego is Sasha Fierce or something. That woman is bugged out, man. Or having all these unicorn colors in their hair. That woman is bugged out. Tattoos from head to toe. Those are demons on them, man. Anything that's contrary to the scriptures that people do, they got those certain demons on them, man. You can look at a person, oh, he has for instance, a tattoo demon on him. You know, we tell you people not to get tattoos, and what's going on now? The ink is bad, man. And now your tattoo ink is fighting against your body, and your body is fighting against your tattoo ink, man. So, you know, you get all types of cancers and sores and skin cancer and whatnot. You know, so you want to always measure a person with the scriptures, man. Now we know that an unbelieving wife is sanctified by a believing husband. So you don't really have to force feed your woman the scriptures, man. A lot of you people, you force feed your woman the scriptures. A lot of you have killed your kids because they had a certain spirit that you all know. That's a homosexual spirit.
Yeah, I remember that.
You know? But you don't know if that little man is, has those certain feelings, but yet you people enact on certain things because really you're unlearned, man. Unlearned men have always did, things that raised eyebrows all throughout this, well, at least the time period that I've been in the truth. That you don't, what we were going back into earlier, they don't understand what they're in, man. Or they're involved in.
Deuteronomy 28:20, the Lord Yahweh shall send upon thee cursing, vexation, and rebuke, and all that thou settest thine hand unto for to do.
Yeah, and the point of that is, you could read the whole thing, and it's just a list of curses that the Lord said he's going to put on Jacob for disobeying, for being disobedient. That's why you're in the condition that you're in now. Now jump to 64 and read on.
Deuteronomy 28:64, and the Lord Yahweh shall scatter thee among all people from the one end of the earth even unto the other.
See, this is where we're at now. Go ahead.
That's
And
her.
there thou shalt serve other gods, which neither thou nor thy fathers have known,
Yeah,
even wood and stone.
Yeah, and these gods that you serve, this was unknown, unheard of in Israel. There wasn't no such thing as Jesus. Esau wasn't ruling the world back then. All right, go ahead.
And among these nations shalt thou find no ease, neither shall the sole of thy feet have rest. But the Lord Yahweh shall give thee there a trembling heart, and failing of eyes, and sorrow of mind. And thy life shall hang in doubt before thee, and thou shalt fear day and night, and shall have no assurance of thy life. In the morning thou shalt say, would the Most High it were even, and at the even thou shalt say, would the Most High it were morning. For the fear of thine heart wherewith thou shalt fear, and for the sight of thine eyes which thou shalt see.
And that primarily was taking place when in the 1400s, when Esau first started jacking up, 1400 to the 1600s, during the time period of the transatlantic slave trade. Okay, you Israelites were going through pure hell because Esau was coming through. All right, beating the living shit out of you, basically, man. And it's gonna happen again. It's gonna happen again when all hell breaks loose, when society collapses, man. That's how it's gonna be. You're gonna have no assurance of life, which you don't have assurance of life in this hellhole anyways, but it's gonna be much worse when the judgment comes.
You probably watched that video Apostle Tahar put up about brother. I think it's the brother that we know that would have those one videos. We'll talk about it off camera, but no, not that one. But we'll talk about off camera. But he had a dream and said it was dangerous just to walk down 3 blocks.
Oh hell yeah!
And it's gonna be like that.
It'd be dangerous in your house.
It's dangerous in your house, but we know that there's going to be certain areas in the country that's going to be business as usual. But everybody's telling you people to move out of the cities. The cities is a kill zone, man.
Shit, all the people that live in the woods, they're out there burning their forests down with lasers, with direct energy weapons, forcing them to move into the cities.
Yep, that too.
All these fake ass wildfires. Somebody said on the comment board that they remember all them wildfires, but they're man-made. This shit ain't natural, bro. How you gonna fucking have a wildfire in the middle of winter or it's raining in the summer? Shit's all man-made, bro.
Yeah,
They burn them shits down to force you people into these cities to cause more fucking stress. And when the shit goes down, you people ain't got nowhere to run. Because that's what I was going to get real quick. Is right here, 2nd Ezra, chapter 16, verse 71. It says, they shall be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord.
And if you go to the previous chapter, on the 57 verse, it talks about those people that do flee into the mountains, that they're going to die in the mountains too, man. And then, you know, them sparing none, man. They already got the IRS coming. They got all these different government agencies coming to kick you people out the house, man.
Yeah, Biden fucking made a whole bunch of new agencies and task force and shit, you know. They made a whole task force for monitoring social media for terrorist activity.
Yep.
Where they hired like fucking thousand something people. So I mean, Esau what does it say? Sharpening a sword is being sharpened. That's all this dude ever been doing is just collecting data and using that data to sharpen the sword, man. Okay, well, this data says this. The data says that. We can do this. Hey, man. They say in the world, man, knowledge is power. The Esau got all the fucking knowledge, man. He got tabs on everybody. He's collecting. He got algorithms to collect data on everybody. So if you have all that information, you got an open playing field that you can just move pieces around wherever you want to, man.
It says the children of this world are wiser than the children of light, and also says thou art wiser than Daniel, man.
Yeah.
And you know, all you doomsday preppers and Edomites that just have a spirit of hoard and everything, they're gonna come and take your shit, man.
Oh hell yeah.
It's gonna be like a Negan moment. They're gonna want half of your shit, and they're gonna throw it out the house. You know, they probably beat you with the butt of the gun, give you a good pistol whipping, and then haul you off to the concentration camps, man. Hey, because they ain't gonna be nice to you. Most High ain't gonna have the spirit on them to be nice to you unless you're a man in your outside and he's causing your adversary to agree with you quickly. You know, but for you other people, you know, that get all emotional, want to fight back, oh, they're gonna have their way with you, man. And women thinking that you could be using all that sass, thinking that they're gonna give a fuck because you're a woman, they're gonna have their way with you. A lot of you women that be walking around even today, you ain't gonna be wanting to wear those clothes real soon, man.
Oh hell no.
So hey, sometimes even me, I get demons on me, you know, where you just want to have an emergency moment, man. But that's just that vibration, that wicked vibration you gotta constantly fight, man. You gotta constantly fight that flesh. Because, you know, these women wear all these tight-ass fitted clothes. You can see everything, man.
And then one woman walked by, she didn't have nothing on. She just had a blanket over herself, man. You can see every damn thing.
And if it was emergency, a lot of people gonna punch in that emergency moment button, man.
Oh yeah, she gonna, yeah, bro. She gonna not, man.
Oh, next to there's lawful, right?
Come on, yeah. You said in an emergency, is emergency.
That's what I'm talking about, the emergency moment.
Emergency situation, bro. I couldn't stop it.
You know?
Nothing I could have done.
Hey, but legit though, there's a spirit that comes with, you know,
There's a spirit that comes with everything.
with a woman just, if she's bad, man, there's especially in these times, things is turned up. Even when you drink you over drink whatever, or whatever you do, those spirits are even more stronger right now, man. That's why you got to stay locked into the spirit of Yahweh Shemi outside, and not let those demonic spirits take over you.
Yeah, that's why it says in the scriptures to always be meditating on the, what does it say? Meditate on the law day and night. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to be on your guard constantly, man, because Satan, like the brother said, you drink too much, Satan gonna be right there trying to cause you to slip, bro.
Right.
He's gonna be right there immediately. Gonna be putting shit in your head.
As soon as that door opens up enough.
Yeah. You better be able to recognize that shit, man, unless you fall. Now, I'm not saying you can't get back up again if you fall, whatever, but man, it's about constantly being on your guard. It's about slipping the punches, hitting back. It's not about getting knocked down over and over and getting back up again over and over and over. You know what I'm saying? Like there's got to be a time where you start learning like Elder Joshua Wamba said. You keep getting. There's a point in time where you got to stop getting hit by that same fucking jab.
Yeah, you got.
You gotta be. There gotta be a time when you learn. Oh, he's gonna throw the left now.
Or at least pick up on the timing and throw a counter punch.
Yeah, something, man. Rebuke that spirit, man.
Yeah, you gotta constantly rebuke certain spirits that pop on you, man.
Everybody got demons that's personal to them. You got a personal demon that fucks with you. Satan knows where you're weak at.
Yeah, and you gotta. What I do, I only speak for myself. What I do, I pray for the things that I'm sure that I take accountability for. I pray on the both sides, take this spirit away, take that spirit away. Increase me with more wisdom. Let me be a better. Those are things that I personally pray for, to keep me more grounded. So it's not like I'm just being an asshole and just being willful with certain shortcomings and, certain things, certain demons I got to overcome. But, I'm asking the Most High to help. Just like with the herbs. There was a king that had a problem with his foot. And he went to the physicians, but he didn't go to the Most High first. And the Most High rebuked him for that. I think it was Asa or someone something to that effect. Ahab, but he didn't go to the Heavenly Father first. And even when you go to the book of Sirach, when it deals with the herbs, Shalom. It tells you to pray on the herbs for them to work, man. So even Yahweh said, certain demons can't be, to lack of better words, exercised unless it comes through prayer and fasting, man. You gotta pray and fast, man. You gotta constantly pray. Wake up in the morning, the water for another day to be able to do your will, man. The water for allow me to have another day. Just like Apostle Rakar goes into, man. But certain, you don't want to be the guy that just, okay, I can't deal with it. I'm just gonna let it happen. It's just who I am.
Yeah.
This is just who I am. No, you gotta mold yourself to who Yahweh Shai is, man. We're molding ourselves in His spirit, man. Anybody got?
Yeah, I'm gonna bring something out real quick. I got something I want to bring out. And this is heavy. Yeah, this is heavy right here. This is what we're doing, right? It's more like it's more than the breakdowns, man. There's a lot more to it than the breakdowns. Coming out on the highways and byways. There's bug outs come out on the highways and byways, bro. You got bug outs on the corners preaching, bro. So it's more than that, man. What does it say? Satan comes to you as an angel of light, man. I believe Peter breaks it down when you go into like 1 Peter. He says, these are people that these are people that promise you salvation, but they themselves are children of corruption. So this is 1 Corinthians 9 and 24. It says, "Know you not that they which run a race run all, but one receiveth the prize. So run that you may obtain." Okay? And what does it say? It says that the race is not given to the swift.
Just imagine that dude that ran that 40 miles and he was just going hella sprinting the whole time, 40 miles.
We've seen that. Guys that, like the apostles say, hit the ground running hard and gassed out. This thing is an endurance. It's an endurance race, man. It's not how fast you can get to the finish line. You don't know where the finish line is.
It's not about trying to be over righteous either. Because that's a way you could destroy yourself too.
Yep.
And it all ties into you trying to, get to point A to point B the quickest way possible.
Yeah, a lot of times if you're over righteous, man, that's that you those people like that are the worst, man.
And you put burdens on other men.
Yeah, and you yourself, you're a piece of shit, man. It says And every man that striveth for the mastery is temperate in all things. All right?
Which goes back to moderation.
Right, because what do you have to do to get ready for a marathon, man? You gotta have some serious discipline. You gotta train every day, man. You gotta work out. You gotta run miles and miles every fucking day, man. And then when that race comes, you gotta be able to pull it in for the long haul, man. It says, every man that strives for the mastery is temperate in all things. Now they do it to obtain a corruptible crown, but we an incorruptible. So what are we doing, man? As it says, bodily exercise profiteth little, rather exercise thyself unto godliness. Okay? Do you have charity? Are you brotherly? Alright? Are you keeping the law, statutes, and commandments to the best of your ability, man? Are you rebuking Satan? Are you fighting, man? You know what I'm saying? Are you offending less? You got to take into account all these things. Alright? Because the Lord's not going to deal with somebody that doesn't care, man. The Lord's not going to deal with somebody that's just like, oh, hey, man, as long as nobody's around to see me do it, you know what I'm saying? The Lord ain't dealing with a guy like that, man.
Hey, you can't even have that mentality, though, because the Most High sees everything.
Yeah, that's super wicked, man.
Going back to Sirach, his eyes is 10,000 times brighter than the sun.
Yeah.
The angels are reporting back.
It says, well, that's why, I said that because of the scriptures that says, say not in your heart who have seen it. You know?
I think that's the same scripture, right?
I think maybe, yeah, like it's in Ecclesiastes.
Yeah, we're talking about the same thing.
And every man that strives for the mastery is temperate in all things. Now they do it to obtain a corruptible crown, but we an incorruptible. I therefore so run, not as uncertain, so fight I, not as one that beateth the air. So we're not running uncertainly like we don't know what to do. You know? Like we don't know how to run. Like we're just tripping over every fucking pothole that we come across and shit. So we're not doing this uncertainly. We have the scriptures to guide us. This is the training manual right here. You know? It says, now they do it to obtain a corruptible crown, but we an incorruptible. I therefore so run, not as uncertainly, so fight I, not as one that beateth the air, but I keep under my body and I bring it into subjection, lest that by any means, when I have preached to others, I myself should be a castaway.
Hey, you know, it reminds me of fighting, right? When you talk about beating the air because you're not hitting the mark.
Yeah.
Like Floyd Mayweather, he's a good example because he's a defensive fighter. I just watched a clip of his fight last night that he had in Japan, and the dude was supposed to be a good martial artist, but he was throwing all this, and it looked like it was touching Mayweather, but when you put it at a slower speed, you know, all those punches is just hitting the air. They ain't hitting shit. And then Mayweather come with the counter and he knocked the airman out, man.
When I think of that scripture, I think somebody just, sees somebody in a fight as well, like he was doing the windmill and shit.
Yeah.
Just swinging at the air.
Hey, but the more important takeaway is Paul said, I keep under my body.
Yeah.
So that when he's fucking fighting, he stays like this. Right? He's always on guard. Alright?
Yeah, you gotta be on guard, man.
Because Satan comes in your mind, man. In your own voice.
Yeah, because going back to when I was at work and she had the spandex, man, I was just like, oh my God, I want to do the emergency right there. But that's how strong that demon was. But there was something in the back of my mind was like, hey, you need to leave around here, just go stand over there somewhere, get away from this woman.
Take a walk.
Go take a walk. You don't need to be, but that's the spirit, man. Now, if I was just some ruthless ass nigga, it would have been bad, man. You know? Because, Jake, if they don't have the spirit of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai guiding them, they're being guided by Satan, man. You know, that's why the scriptures is so important, man.
Yeah, I mean, American society is fucking groomed to be impulse driven, man.
Yeah.
Everything now, fast money, fast. You know, I struggle. Like, I'll tell you a story. I've struggled with weight my whole life. You know what my main problem was? is I'm always looking for a lose weight fast.
Yep.
Lose weight quick. Do this and you'll lose weight in this many weeks, this amount of time. That shit never works, man, because losing weight is a fucking a long road and it's hard and you gotta work really hard at it. And you gotta have discipline and stay on top of your diet and constantly be training every day. It's a hard thing. And I think that quick fix, it destroys you, man. Because you're always looking for fast, quick fix, fast this. All right, but nothing comes fast. Nothing comes fast without a price.
Right.
Live fast, you fucking die young.
Nothing's worth having if you can't work hard for it.
Yeah. That's how the Lord set it up, man. The Lord set it up to where you have to go through trials and tribulations to get to that goalpost, man.
And even with brothers that struggle with women, you gotta keep that in mind. She easy, she ain't worth having, man.
Yep. Hey, that's hard to deny a woman, bro. You know, she throwing herself at you, but you just like, ugh, you know what I mean? Like, she probably got 300 bodies on her, bro. I'm cool about that. That's hard to do, man. That takes discipline. That takes a strong mind, you know, to be able to say no to some free, you know.
You gotta have a strong mind to put the drink down too.
That, man, yeah, a lot of things.
And really not even just putting it down, just, you know, moderating, man.
It's even harder to moderate it than it is to put it down.
Right. It can't be. You just gotta know your limit cut off. Boom. But if you don't know that, then
Hey, man, that same could be said for somebody that's addicted to cigarettes.
But
you know,
it talks about that in the scriptures. It says wine and women, man, have caused many great kings to fall.
Yeah. I mean, everybody that's ever had a woman that came into the truth, I'm sure, either lost a woman or had a period of time where they were constantly fighting because she didn't like him going out every week.
Oh, I
I get so much old
All the time, bro.
Why do I come back to you?
Well, I was so zealous about the truth when I was coming in. The woman I was with, her mom was an Edomite. So that kind of fucked our relationship up when I was talking to the white man and the devil. At that point in time, I didn't have the knowledge that, you know, Jake was going to come looking like everybody. You know, but I depended on that a long time ago. But you always constantly grow in this truth, man. You ain't at the same starting position 10 years later, man.
Oh, it's a journey, man.
And it's a beautiful journey, man. I mean, sometimes I look at it like, fuck, man, I wish I didn't have to go through that. Or I wish I didn't do this. Or I wish I didn't do that. But I can't be like that because it's the will of the Heavenly Father. What if I didn't want to be in that position, then how would I ever be, you know, worthy of salvation? You didn't fight through nothing. You didn't go through nothing. You didn't persevere.
Hey, how do you know you didn't go through?
No sacrifice.
You didn't go through these specific positions for later on down the road, even later than now. It's gonna be used to help somebody else out that might be coming into the truth, man.
Yeah, and that's what it's all about. Help. What is it? What's the saying? Paying it forward.
Yeah, man.
You gotta, brothers that are around you, man. You gotta help them, man. That's what's important.
Hey, sometimes, man, you take the hard hits so that another brother behind you don't gotta take those hits. You know, you kind of you tank them, man. Yeah. You the front line of assault, man. You get pelted with all kind of shit. And then the dude behind you, you like, hey, don't do this because you're gonna get pelted with all kind of shit.
Yeah, so this is a beautiful walk, even though it has its ups and downs, it has its hard shit. Brothers go through certain things, brothers always battling demons, man.
Get second, don't get it, Sirach, the second chapter.
Yeah, that's a good scripture. And I think it's 33 and 14, he said, Sirach 33 and 14, where he talks about, he said, the wicked against the righteous. Everything is 2 and 2.
Yeah, good is set against evil.
Good is set against evil. It's a battle, man.
Well, it says, righteousness is an abomination to a sinner, bro.
That too, man.
They call us evil. They call us wicked, evil, and hateful. All right? Because we want to be righteous.
and they call you you sisters, you know, because sometimes I really don't be focused on the sister. I'll be focused on the men more so. But even you sisters, man, you're battling against the adulterous woman, man. You're battling against the wicked woman that, you know, because you're trying to do right, man. And it talks about there's a battle between that too, man.
Yeah.
So that goes back also to the fact that the Most High is a man of war.
Yeah, man. I mean, hey, look, if you're a woman and you believe in the truth, and you see a lot of back talk about women, you know, and not back talk, but you see a lot of brothers shitting on women, basically. Well, if you're a righteous woman, it don't apply to you. Okay, when we're talking about that, we're talking about women that knows that they're an Israelite, knows the truth, they're unruly, they're trying to speak over men, they're trying to prophesy, they're trying to do man things, when that is the precise opposite of what it is to be a righteous woman. You're supposed to be feminine. You're not supposed to be trying to take that. This world has you taking on masculine traits. You're supposed to be unlearning that bullshit. Now, if you're the type of woman that is doing the right thing, you really holding it down right, okay? None of that stuff is about you. In fact, that's like one of the best things, you know, it tells you a woman is a pillar of rest. If that's the type of woman you are, man, okay, you are a godsend to any Israelite man to get you.
Yeah, it's a blessing.
That's a blessing. So keep that in mind.
Yeah, we love women, man.
Bro.
Don't get it twisted.
Bro.
We love women. But, you know, we got to keep the balance, too, man.
Sirach 2:1, my son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. Set thy heart aright and constantly endure, and make not haste in time of trouble.
Revitalize.
Please.
Y'all just say, yeah, you got to, I wanted to emphasize the fact that you got to constantly endure, man. See, when all hell breaks loose, these people aren't going to endure, man. They're going to call 911, they're going to get a busy tone, the police ain't going to save them. But when we call upon Yahweh Shem Yahushua, it's going to be on demand, man. We're going to get an answer. We're going to get help. We're going to get first priority, man. They ain't going to make a list and say, what type of crime is it? And they go down the list of crimes that take higher priority than the others, man. I'm getting raped. No, that's at level 100. We can't send anybody out right now. No, the Most High, he has angels around us at all times, man. Guardian angels, man, protecting us. That's unseen to, you know, the naked eye. And that's something that you have to understand. Even though, was it Elijah or Elisha that told the individual to look and see the chariots of Israel as burning fire in the mountains, man. And he was like, let me see, let me pray to the Lord, open my eyes so I can see it. And then he saw them, man. That's what we have to believe, that they're always there, man.
Yeah, what did he say? He told him, don't worry. There's more here with us than there are.
That was the hardest,
yeah, that was
the
hard,
hardest
bro.
line ever,
That was
man.
a hard line. He said, where? He opened up his eyes.
Yeah.
All right, bro. We're good.
No, spooked.
Man.
If the Most High opened up the world unseen to you people, man. Oh my God. You saw the chariots and see people are losing their marbles just looking at the
just seeing the chariots.
the unclear images of what the chariots are, man. Just imagine if they were just a big mountain of shit that was just parked in the sky, man. People lose their marbles, man.
Yeah, it said people are gonna drop dead.
Yeah.
It said people are gonna drop dead from the side of it. When the Lord comes, it said people's hearts are gonna fail for fear.
Just like when we were talking when we were coming up here, dealing with the markets.
Yeah.
A lot of people, when they hear that they lost everything that they worked hard for and schemed and robbed and killed and all this, man, they gonna go lose it, man. Everything for nothing. Everything in this world has an end, man. This word is gonna endure forever, man. Just like all you YouTubers, motherfuckers on podcasts talking all that shit, your shit has an end, man. When you come up and do videos about the Hebrew Israelites, your shit has an end. This shit's gonna last forever, man. No, it's lucky, it's true. You know? Slip of the tongue. all the time.
It's because we're in Babylon.
Yeah, man.
Go ahead, man.
Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully, and be patient when thou art changed to a low estate.
Yeah, well, one of the things it says is not to be impulsive, man. Read it up from the top again.
Ecclesiasticus 2:1. My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. Set thy heart aright and constantly endure, and make not haste in time of trouble.
Yeah, make not haste in time of trouble. All right, and because making haste in time of trouble, hey man, I've dealt with it. We've all seen it many times. You do something hasty, and then find out later on it was the wrong move. You should have just chilled on it, waited, see how the situation was gonna play out. Instead, you moved immediately. You jumped the gun, and it turned out worse than what it would have been. You know, go ahead.
Cleave unto him and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at thy last end. Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully, and be patient when thou art changed to a low estate.
Right, you got to be patient because we're on the Lord's time. You got to be patient when you change to a low estate, man. All right, you got to not give up hope in Yahweh Shai, no matter how low it gets. You got to keep having that hope, and then the Lord is going to recover. Hey, man, the Lord is going to help you. You just got to be patient. It's not on your time. The Lord is going to watch and see how you do, man. Are you gonna keep fighting? Or are you gonna say, oh, the Lord ain't with me, I'm gonna just do whatever I gotta do whatever I want. Go ahead.
For gold is tried in the fire.
See? Right there. Go ahead.
And acceptable men in the furnace of adversity. Believe in him, and he will help thee. Order thy way aright, and trust in him. Ye that fear the Lord, wait for his mercy, and go not aside lest ye fall.
Yeah, go not aside unless you fall. And look how many people have gone aside and fell, man. Look how many people have said, hey man, and a lot of jakes threw away their crown over some minuscule shit, over some beef with a brother, over something the apostles said, that they took the wrong way or something, man. Over something the apostle might. Hey, look at the whole leather jacket thing going on with the apostle Paul. Look how many fucking people were just tripping over themselves, bro. It's ridiculous, man. Or when the brothers brought out the breakdown, the right breakdown of being able to eat food on Christmas or whatever, being bid to a feast. How many fucking people lost their minds, bro?
What about the whole rape doctrine?
Yeah.
That was a huge one.
Which is not, there is no rape doctrine.
Yeah, it was just,
nobody, yeah, you know,
it was just breaking down the law, man.
Yeah. Even back then, Jake wasn't just going around raping everybody.
Yeah, you have to have some bread back then to do that.
This was a law to protect a woman. Because if you understand what was going on in history, a woman was worth nothing if she was taken. So, if a woman got raped, it was to protect that woman. Now that man has to take care of her. He can't put her away. So no matter how much shit she talked, you piece of shit, I didn't want to be with you, you fucking did this and that. He got to stay with her because he raped her. You can't put her away after that. It's in the law. So it was to protect that woman. What?
See, that's righteousness, man.
Ye that fear the Lord.
Oh, it's a lot, real quick. And the reason, Salaki, the reason is because, say, a woman got taken in the field by force, right? Now she can't get a husband. So that's how it's to protect. If you're wondering, how does it protect? That's how it protects a woman, because she would be through after that. If she got raped and then just left, she would never have a man to take care of her.
And she would have to have screaming. Because if she didn't scream and she was with it, then that's automatic death, man.
No, that's adultery.
Yeah, so it's death. The adulterer and adulteress are shooting you put to death because she didn't scream.
Yeah, but we're talking about.
We're talking about rape.
Yeah.
So when the laws of rape, if she did scream, then that's adultery. But if she did scream,
No.
wouldn't that be rape?
No. It's totally separate issue. So if the only way that works is if she's married or she's betrothed to be married. And if somebody takes,
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. If
Yeah,
she's
yeah.
married or betrothed,
but if she's not and somebody takes it by force,
yeah, she will have to pay the father.
then there is no screaming. It's just that's what does.
Well, I meant when she was
But that's adultery.
engaged or married.
Yeah. If she betrothed, if she's married, and betrothed meaning going to be married, like the family already set up. Okay, this is the who this guy's gonna marry, and then some demon comes through and swipes it. Yeah.
Which a lot of times they're already arranged before they even hit that level of puberty, aren't they?
Yeah,
Because there are agreements between families.
Yeah.
You know, you have good stock and you have bad
Right.
stock.
And a lot of times it was business. It was like, okay, we're gonna merge our business together, these two families, and then you would have that land. That land would become theirs. The business would grow. You have more fucking cattle, more land, all that type of stuff. You know? Marriage is a business. Having children is a business when it comes to the ancient times, because your children were going to carry on the family business, the legacy. Yeah. So that's a little history lesson. That's a little you know. And these are things that you got to know. See, these are things that Jake don't really want to sit down and actually learn. And a lot of they just want to hear quick snippets and be able to go and tell other people about it and not even know what the fuck they're talking about. Like, you got remember that Jake that came up? Oh, that one? Yeah. He just knew everything. The white man with Japhet.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He just fucking knew every damn thing, bro. And then when we started getting into the scriptures, you're wrong on that, you're wrong on that, you're wrong on that.
But he didn't have a breakdown though. Counter breakdown.
No, he didn't have nothing. That's why he got shredded.
That's a lot of these guys out here, man. They always say that, you know, the apostles and others are saying something wrong, but they ain't showing what the right thing is.
Yeah.
Well, they're not showing their example. They're just behind the keyboard, man.
It's just wrong. What's the correct breakdown?
Because personally, I don't respect anybody that doesn't do what we do, and they try to say that they have the answer for something, or they know more, or they know this. But they're not out here on the highways and hedges, man.
Yeah, they're not being proved, man.
They ain't out here. I know everybody in this camp is what's the right word?
Learn.
It's learn, but that's not what proving themselves through certain adversities, man. They've gone through certain things to prove themselves as soldiers, man. You know, and we're still here to this day proving that we're soldiers, man. And we've been through things that would have a lot of people just give up hope, fall back into the world, but we're still here, man. You know, so I kind of don't look at somebody that just has a YouTube channel, don't have no videos, don't go through the nuances of making channels or getting channels deleted or all these certain things, or don't come out here into the elements, man. Don't be out here at 115, 20 degrees thinking that you're going to pass over and drop dead, man. And then they come and thinking that they got the answers and they know something more than what you know.
Yeah, but they didn't never have no experience. They didn't never do nothing.
It's like a nigga saying that, talking all this shit about the military, going to war, doing this, but they might have got enlisted, did their little 2 years, but never saw war. But they're experts in war, but they never been in war, man. You know, that's counterproductive trying to, you know, converse with an individual like that, because they ain't got no experience. What does Apostle Gabar always talk about? He's always talking about experience. That's what everybody here has. They have experience, man. And that's what makes you faithful, you know, to the Heavenly Father and the Son.
Yeah, we're invested. A lot of man, keyboard warriors, you got no investment. You got no actual investment. We are very available out here. You can see our face. You can see where we're at. You know what I'm saying? We're out in the open. All that stuff.
Reach out and touch it.
It's in the fucking name of. It's in the name of our handle on YouTube, Modesto Israelites. We're telling you exactly where we're at. So I mean, shit. But you got no investment. A lot of you guys got no investment. You just anonymous. You just anonymous as fuck.
They've been in the truth for a year and they want to tell you what you should do, or how to break this down, or what this means. Certain scriptures can only be understood if you have the experience to understand them, man. Experience brings a lot more meaning to certain things, man. Because, oh, I've been through this situation. Or certain laws. Oh, I have applied this to this certain situation. I know how to maneuver.
See, and then you don't have that experience and you try to come in contact with somebody that does and tell them something, you're just going to get eaten alive, man. You're just going to be shown what it's going to be shown what you're made of. You're going to break down and fold, man. You're not going to be able to answer nothing. You're not going to be able to know, or you're not going to know shit. You know what I'm saying? You ain't going to be able to back up your points. You ain't going to have no precepts, man.
Yeah, man, like that one nigga Rita, black male advice. He made 2 fucking videos demonizing the Hebrew Israelites. Nigga didn't bring out one scripture. And then he admitted, I'm not really a scriptural guy. Well, if you're not a scriptural guy, then it would behoove you to shut the fuck up.
Hey, man. You came to the sword fight without a sword. You didn't even have a sword with you. Came to the sword fight with no sword.
And you know what really gets these demons aggravated, especially when they're like this guy, is when you tell them to cut their fucking hair off, man. When they have those shit dreads and all the way down to their back, putting that very effeminate vibration on them, they start acting like women, man. Just like that one guy, the guy the elder's been telling him to cut his long hair off. He's been on the Nazarite vow for decades. You know, that's just a fashion statement. And the spirit is so cold, it just reveals that it's just a fashion statement. Look at how his camp is presented, man. Just got t-shirts, probably got marijuana leaves on them, but they got the border ribbon of blue on them, man. And then they wearing their baseball caps, covering the crown of their heads. You know?
Well, they have bugged out. They have Mongolian haircuts and shit. You know what I'm saying? They have fades.
There's no type of reforming. You gotta reform your mind, your heart. You can't look just like you was in the world.
This is 1 John 4:1. It says, "Beloved, believe not every spirit, but try the spirits whether they are of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, because many false prophets are gone out into the world." All right? "Hereby know you the spirit of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. Every spirit that confesses that Yahweh Mashiach is come in the flesh is of the Most High. And every spirit that confesses not that Yahweh is come in the flesh is not of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, and this is that spirit of Antichrist, whereof ye have heard that it should come, and even now already is it in the world." So you got to try the spirit by the spirit. You know, if you start talking about the scriptures and this guy gets offended, or he says, no, well then you know this guy is full of shit. Because the majority of the time, somebody will be rocking with you, man. Yeah, man, that's true. That's real. And then you bring something out that they don't agree with, and now all of a sudden, none of it was true. It's not real. The Bible was made by man.
It's like the Mississippi Indian, man. As soon as he got demoted, then everything was revealed. He was never really rooted. He never really believed, man.
I said, everybody that wants to be healed, to come to campus to be healed,
which is proud, which, you know, if he's thinking that he has some sort of healing power just by the basic of herbs, then he's failed, man, because healing comes from the Most High, as I mentioned earlier, man.
Man, when you go into Acts, it said that people lined up in the street, that even the shadow of Peter would pass over them and they would be healed.
That's spiritual power.
If you ain't doing that, you're bogus.
And that's just revealing that, you know, they were false prophets. Bad fish, man.
I can't believe, man, that brother of war too, man. I can't believe it was him. Yeah, he went that route, man.
Well, I really never followed him that much in the truth anyway.
That guy, he was super humble, bro. He was super humble. And that he looked like solid brother. I ever did see that.
He got agitated, man. Because you gotta always remember it's not about you, man. It didn't say, follow my dear son, such and such, and you insert your name. It said follow Yahweh Bashim Yahweh son, man. It's not about us. It's not about our feelings and our emotions. That's what this society, that's what this world tells you to do. You know, it tells you to be emotional. Well, it teaches you to be emotional and base all your decisions upon your emotions. Which that's a terrible way to conduct yourself, man.
You never get anything done like that.
Because that's what conversation goes back to. It goes back to your conduct, man. Now, if your conduct is off, then your world is going to collapse right around you, man.
Yeah.
This is St. John 10:1. It says, verily, verily, I say unto you, he that entereth not by the door into the sheepfold, but climbeth up some other way, the same is a thief and a robber.
How you going to reinvent the wheel when the wheel's already been built, man?
Okay.
All you got to do is air the fucking tires on and get in the car, man, and drive. When y'all want to be self-innovators, or I came out with something magnificent. What's magnificent can't be superseded, man. There ain't nothing above the scriptures, man. There ain't nothing above the word, man. Wasn't the word the first thing created?
It was in the beginning with the Most High, man.
It wasn't in the beginning, it was with such and such and such and such.
Yeah.
Talking about individualism, it was with Yahweh Son, man. It is Yahweh Son.
Yeah, he said the Most High created wisdom, and it said I was every day with him, delighting in him. You know what I'm saying? So man, they had a father-son relationship in the beginning of time. Don't think too hard, your brain might explode, man. That's heavy stuff, man. Yahweh Shai was the first spirit ever created. And then what did it say about wisdom? The Most High poured out all my works upon everything, basically, man.
Yeah, these individuals, they're not asking for it. They're not praying for it. Really, when you pray, you're begging, man. You know, they're not begging for wisdom, man. You know, they want carnal things. They want a name for themselves. They want riches.
He doesn't need a
All these things are going to be done away with, man. People are living in your final seconds. Like literally, if you really know what's going on, you're like in their final. It doesn't take much for them to be like, okay, we're shifting gears to a new system. Everyone has to be chipped. As soon as they make that mandatory, it's a wrap, man. Any day after that. Any day after that, you can see all the hell in the air, which I'm referring to the warheads, man. You know? And it's over. Everything that you woke up for, everything that you had in your heart for another person or whatever, your mind is on carnal things, all that's going to be wiped away, done away with in a moment. It's going to take an hour to destroy America, man. And right now you got all the nations that are prophesied to destroy America, they got their missiles aimed at this place, man. And you people are still bugged out of your minds. So, us knowing that you people are a bunch of bug outs, you know, we gotta be on guard, man. We gotta move with wisdom, man. Around you bug outs, man.
Yeah, we know, hey, like we was talking about earlier in the camp, man. People have no accountability. They're always looking for somebody to blame. Hey, when everything goes wrong, man, who do you think they're gonna blame, man?
Yeah.
They ain't gonna blame themselves.
It's gonna be these Israelites preaching all this hate and division. They're the reason why.
Yeah, the real fans are the ones who complain.
Yeah.
Like we just shoot people with precepts.
It's these Hebrew Israelites.
Yeah, they actually left a comment. I read that.
Yeah, we saw it.
Yeah, you saw it, huh? Yeah, man.
Yeah, he said the real thugs are those guys preaching fire.
Like here it is, we're trying to give you something that can't be bought. You know what I'm saying? Give you this word freely. But yet, you saying that we're the evildoers, we're the bad guys because we're saying that your society is wicked, man. People love wickedness, man. You people worship Satan, man. It says they that wandered after the beast, man.
Feel this atmosphere right now.
Going back to Revelation, man.
Yes. We honor you, Father. We honor you, Jesus. We honor you, Holy Spirit. Feel this atmosphere.
That's the bug. That's how these people are bugged out in this
every
world.
lying, deceiving spirit. In the name
Let me
of
bring out the
Jesus.
deceiving
Only you,
spirit.
Jesus, rule and reign in this atmosphere.
Yeah, but at the
You
same
rule
time,
and reign, Holy
bring out the
Spirit.
wisdom.
Thank you, Father.
This is
Thank you,
Matthew
Jesus.
10 and 34. Think not that I have come to send peace on earth. I came not to send peace, but a sword.
He's coming to bring a sword, man. You know, and all those people that got hit by a drunk driver, I'm pretty sure they all called on Jesus, man. And they all in the dirt. They're all in the list of mad mothers against drunk drivers, right?
Your kingdom come, your will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Forgive us our sins as we forgive
When they go out of the sky on the plane, they call on who? And he ain't answering.
Isn't it beautiful that God's kingdom is going to rule and reign?